It's about communication. It's about how we interact with other people and how to do it successfully. And the reason I started thinking about this is a couple of weeks ago, a good friend of mine came into New York City to spend the day with me. And we wandered around New York City all over the place. And one of the places that I took him to was the new Stavros Niarchos Library. We went up to the rooftop terrace, and as I was telling him about it, I said, most of the time it's really empty, and it's just a really beautiful spot to take in New York City. And here's the thing that happened that I thought was really interesting. We got there, and there was a huge group of people already there, and they were all in various states of sketching and drawing. And we sat down next to one gentleman who was drawing, and I asked him what they were doing there. And he said, we're sketching. And we got into this really fun little conversation, he and I, and it turns out he and his wife are from Spain. And so I got to speak a little Spanish with him, which was super fun. And we continued our conversation. We had a nice chat, and then Steve and I ended up leaving. And as we were walking towards Bryant Park, Steve said to me, I envy something about you. And I said, what's that? And he said, your ability to just chat with people. You've been getting into conversations with people all day long. And I can't do that. And I thought, okay. And so what I said to him is what I want to say to you about all of this. And that is that the most important thing that I can say about communication with people, especially new people, is to cultivate a sense of curiosity. That's the number one thing. And that's what I said to Steve, is that I cultivate a sense of curiosity. I am curious about people, about who they are, about what makes them tick, and I want to know more. So I do a podcast where I interview people, of course, so that makes me a curious person anyway, or at least I think you have to be a curious person in order to interview people well. And it's also something that I love to do. I love to know where people are from, what makes them tick, who they are, what drives them, what do they get excited about, what are they passionate about, what are they creative about. All of these things are things that I want to know about.